Let's imagine for a second that your insomnia isn't just some physical annoyance, but a spiritual signal, a quiet call from deep inside your body to just pause the outside world and listen to the one within.
I mean, really think about that. What if all that tossing and turning isn't a bug in your system, but actually a feature that's trying to get your attention? You know, asking this one question, it changes everything. It shifts us from fighting a problem to listening for a message.
And this is where it gets really interesting. Ancient wisdom traditions, they didn't just see a body of flesh and bone. Oh no, they saw a whole constellation of hidden gateways. They truly believed that by touching a very specific, sacred point, you could silence the mind, calm the soul, and open the doors to a kind of deep rest we can barely even imagine today.
So to really understand this ancient key, we first have to kind of reframe how we see the lock. Let's step away from our modern mechanical view of the body and try to see it through their eyes, as a sacred map.
Okay, so on one hand, you've got the modern view, right? The body is a machine. If you have insomnia, well, that's a malfunction. You got to fix it with a pill. The whole goal is just to disconnect, to shut it all down. But the ancient wisdom schools, we're talking from Egypt to Vedic India to Taoist medicine, they saw something completely different. To them, the body was a living temple. Insomnia wasn't a sickness, it was a signal. And the goal of sleep, it wasn't about disconnection at all. It was about a deep, sacred communion.
This was their entire worldview. The body was this finely tuned instrument, where the physical and the spiritual weren't just connected, they were totally inseparable. Every single part of you was a map to a deeper reality.
And within this sacred map, there was one pathway that was considered especially powerful, a mysterious channel that, honestly, we're only now really beginning to understand. So let's meet the protagonist of our story, the vagus nerve. Now, from a modern scientific view, the most incredible thing about it is its sheer reach. The name vagus actually means wanderer in Latin, which is perfect because this nerve just meanders majestically all the way from the brain down to the abdomen, touching the heart, the lungs, our digestive organs. It's the physical superhighway of information inside our bodies.
But you know, the ancients, they saw it with different eyes. To them, this wasn't just anatomy, it was an inner river. It didn't just carry neural signals, it carried the vibrations of our emotions and our deep memories. They pictured it like a silent serpent, connecting the crown of thought in our brain with the cradle of intuition in our gut. And this idea has this amazing parallel in the Vedic concept of the Sushumnadi, which was believed to be the central channel for all our spiritual energy.
And this right here is where the ancient and modern worlds collide in the most beautiful way possible. Modern science is now actually validating, with hard data and studies, the exact functions that these sages understood intuitively thousands of years ago.
So think about it like this. Our nervous system has two main modes. Fight or flight, that's our stress response. When you're anxious or afraid, your vagus nerve actually contracts, and your body goes into this state of high alert. But then there's the rest and digest system. This is where the healing happens. It's activated by calm, by safety, and it fully engages the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is like the master switch that can literally shift you from a state of internal war to a state of profound peace.
This metaphor just captures the ancient understanding perfectly. Your body is an instrument. By consciously touching this one main string, the vagus nerve, you can send a resonant vibration of calm through your entire being. You are literally tuning your body for peace.
Okay, so we've covered the why. Now, let's get to the how. How did the ancients actually do this? Well, it wasn't about complex techniques. It was about a simple yet incredibly profound ritual of conscious touch.
The whole process is just so elegantly simple. First, you choose one of the sacred points on your body. Then, you touch it, not with force, but with reverence, with intention. Finally, you just breathe, allowing your body to sink into stillness. The absolutely crucial part here is the intention. That's what transforms a simple touch into a powerful, deep signal.
All right, here are three of the primary keys to the temple. First, the mastoid area, right behind your earlobe. It's a point where the vagus nerve is super close to the surface, and touching it was believed to activate the body's deep rest circuit. Then there's the hollow just above your collarbone, the supraclavicular fossa. This is another access point that helps regulate your breath and connect to your inner voice. And finally, the center of your chest, right over the thymus gland, is said to awaken compassion and a feeling of spiritual protection.
You can think of each point as a unique password for a different state of being.
It is so crucial to understand this. This is not just a relaxation technique. The ancients saw sleep as a journey that the soul takes. So this conscious touch was a code, a vibrational password to the deepest part of you that says, hey, the body is safe, you are protected, you can let go now, you can travel. It's all about reprogramming your body to move from a state of struggle to a state of surrender.
So to really reclaim the power of sleep, we can integrate this incredible ancient wisdom into our modern lives. It's all about creating a holistic practice that really honors the night as a sacred time.
So here are 5 simple but really powerful keys to create your own ritual. First, create a little rest altar. Hey, even a single candle or a special stone can make your sleep space feel sacred. Second, perform the ritual touch every single night. This helps build that deep physical and energetic connection. Third, and this is a big one, disconnect from all screens and stressful news, at least an hour before bed. Fourth, practice gratitude. As you lie down, just find one thing you are truly thankful for. It shifts your entire vibration. And finally, keep a journal by your bed. The ancients believed our dreams were messages from the soul's journey, so be ready to receive them.
You know, it all comes back to this one fundamental shift in perspective. We can stop seeing rest as shutting down or escaping our lives. In this ancient view, sleep is the ultimate act of connection to our bodies, our intuition, our souls, and even the cosmos itself.
So, the final question is for you. The night, it's not an enemy to be conquered, but a threshold to be crossed. Knowing what you know now about the keys held right there within your own body, how will you choose to enter that sacred space tonight? With tension or with a touch of reverence?